It's not going to take very long using a virtual machine to suddenly realize that, hey, wait a minute, I need to access some removable devices, thumb drives, even printers, those sorts of things, USB type devices especially. Well, removable devices can be connected and disconnected from a virtual machine very easily, as a matter of fact. Now, there's a couple of ways this can happen. The first one is in 4 easy steps. You simply power on the virtual machine, you connect the removable device, and it may stop right there. If it doesn't, then you're going to go into the VM menu item and a workstation, and you're going to choose removable devices, and you'll just choose connect. A check mark is going to appear next to the connected devices, and the device icon will also appear on your virtual machine taskbar. Now, the one easy step method is to simply connect the removable device when the virtual machine is running in the active window. So bring it up, make it active, have it running, and just put your USB device in, and it's going to see it. Now, a removable device setting can be changed. If you go back to the VM menu item, choose removable devices, some of them say settings, and you will be able to change things. Now, some of them don't. So let's go out to VMware Workstation and take a look at some of these removable device settings and how to manage these things. Okay, so here I am in VMware Workstation 8, and I have got a USB drive that's in my host machine, but I would like to see it in my XP Professional. So if I highlight XP Professional, click on VM, come to removable devices, you'll notice here is my thumb drive, and notice I can choose connect, disconnect from host, and it will take care of that. So if I do that right here, notice it's telling me a USB device is about to be unplugged from the host and connected to this virtual machine. It will first be stopped to enable safe removal. We will talk about that a lot more in a separate video. For now, I'm just going to say OK. I'll get all kind of notifications, and I'll just make this full screen. And if I go out, take a look at my computer, there is my removable device. All right. Now, that's some pretty neat stuff, but what happens if I want to take it off of this virtual machine? Well, this is something I haven't shown you yet, and of course I don't think. If I mouse up when I've got a running virtual machine on full screen, if I just mouse up, I can get to my workstation menus right here. So I'll go back to VM, go to removable devices, come back down. Notice I've got a check mark because it's actually in this running virtual machine, and I can disconnect it and connect it to the host. But I want you to notice what happens. It just disconnected. Okay, now if I go back out to my host, let me drag in a window from the host. There is my USB out on the host machine. Okay, so I'm going to drag that back off. But I want you to notice some little oddity that happened here. Did that thing actually safely shut down that thumb drive or not? That's going to be a problem. So here's what we need to do. I'm going to go back out here, go to VM, grab my removable device, I don't know why that's so hard to say, and connect again. And it's going to unplug it from the host, bring it in here, and let's see if we have any problems with it. And it looks like we're okay. And let's see if we see it here. Notice we can safely remove hardware, and this is exactly what I want to show you. Here it is. I can use it. I can do all kind of cool stuff with it. However, when I get to where I'm through with this thing, I need to right click on it and eject it, okay, to safely remove it. Okay, and once I've done that, now I can go back out here. I can go to VM, I can go to removable device, and I can say disconnect and connect to host. We will talk about that when we talk about losing data later. Now there's one other thing I want to show you. I'm just going to go over here and unplug this thing from my host. Since this is the running active window right now, this XP, I'm going to plug this USB device back in to the USB port on the host, and you're going to notice that if I go to my computer, it should pop up right here from time to time, especially since it's doing a live demo. It's not going to work. Come on, it's trying, it's thinking. Again, so what's the problem here? There are some nuances to how Workstation is managing these USB devices, and so you may or may not be able to see these things. So what I'm going to do is, if I refresh here, and let's just see if I see it. Still not seeing it, so I'll go back up to VM, removable devices, come down here, tell it to disconnect it from the host. It may or may not pop in. I may see an error down here. These things can be cantankerous from time to time. They can do some pretty bizarre things, and you'll just have to work with it until you see it's actually thinking right now. There it is, it just popped back in. But the thing you want to be careful with is snatching these USB devices out, moving them back and forth without being careful. You can lose some data, and we will talk about removable devices and lost data in a separate video. But for now, that's how to get your removable devices connected. Easy way: open your virtual machine, plug your devices in. The virtual machine should recognize them. Otherwise, you're going to go to Workstation. You're going to use the VM menu right here.